Ever had a power outage? No lights, no Wi-Fi, and, worst of all, no microwave for midnight snacks. But what if I told you that, we can generate massive amounts of power using atoms? Welcome to the world of nuclear power, where we take the tiniest things in the universe and smash them apart, all to keep your gaming setup running. So how do we turn tiny atoms into megawatts of electricity? Simple. We break them apart. Each time an atom splits, it releases heat and more neutrons, which go on to split more atoms. It's called a chain reaction. Kind of like when one person claps and suddenly the whole crowd joins in. This chain reaction is what makes nuclear power possible. But wait, if this reaction keeps going and going, won't it just explode like a bomb? Don't worry, we control the reaction to keep it safe. And that's where our next part comes in. Introducing control rods. These work just like a volume knob for nuclear energy. Drop the rods in. Less neutrons flying around equals slower reaction. Take them out. More neutrons equals bigger boom. Okay, but maybe, don't take them out too much unless you want a very bad day. Alright, we've got a nuclear reactor bursting with heat. But how do we turn that into actual electricity and not just a fancy steam bath? Step 1. The reactor core heats up water inside a closed loop of pipes. And don't worry, this isn't your average boiling water. This stuff is so hot, it makes your morning coffee look like a cold shower. Step 2. That super hot water then travels to a heat exchanger where it boils a second batch of water, turning it into high-pressure steam. Basically, it's a high-stakes game of water tag. And this isn't just regular steam, oh no. This is high-pressure, turbine spinning, physics-defying steam. Step 3. The steam blasts into a turbine that spins at 1,800 to 3,600 RPM. That's faster than your grandma's blender when she forgets the lid is off. This turbine is basically a massive fan, except instead of cooling you down, it's generating enough energy to power an entire city. Step 4. The spinning turbine is connected to a generator, which converts all that movement into electricity. How? Magic? Okay, fine, it's electromagnetism. This generator cranks out 25,000 volts of electricity, enough to power a small town or 500,000 toasters. But wait, we need to move this electricity across the country. So we send it to a transformer, which steps it up to 400,000 volts. Higher voltage means less energy lost as heat, so the electricity can travel long distances without turning into expensive campfire vibes. Finally, the electricity rushes through power lines, zooming toward homes, factories, and most importantly, your console game. And there you have it. Nuclear heat, steam, turbine, generator, electricity, all just so you can watch cat videos and forget to turn off the lights when you leave a room. Alright, nuclear power is amazing, but we've got one tiny little problem. Or should I say one glowing, highly radioactive problem? Meet spent fuel rods. These bad boys started out as super efficient power sources, but after a few years of constant atom-splitting action, they become too weak to generate power, but way too radioactive to throw in the trash. And nope, you can't just yeet these into a dumpster and call it a day. So what do? Throw them in a big, cold swimming pool. This isn't just for fun. Spent fuel rods stay hot for years after they're used. The cooling pool keeps them from overheating while their radioactivity gradually weakens. Now, this works for a few years, but what happens when the pool gets full? Time for Plan B. Long-term storage. Once the fuel rods have chilled out a bit, literally, we seal them inside giant concrete casks that block radiation. Basically, we wrap the dangerous stuff in layers of protection and pray no one opens it accidentally in 1,000 years. Okay, but we don't actually leave it lying around on the surface like some post-apocalyptic movie. The best solution? Bury it really, really deep. Countries are planning geological repositories. Fancy words for put the glowing stuff so deep no one can ever mess with it. And if you're wondering, yes, it'll stay dangerous for thousands of years. So, if some future civilization ever digs this up, let's hope they can read warning signs.
Ta-da!
Otherwise, well... So yeah, nuclear power is amazing, but we're still figuring out what to do with the leftovers. It's like making a really good pizza, but not knowing where to throw the pizza box. Except the box stays radioactive for 10,000 years. Until we figure out something better, just remember, don't open any weird glowing boxes buried deep underground. Next up, could nuclear fusion be the clean, waste-free future of energy? Let's find out. So, what's next for nuclear power? Scientists are working on nuclear fusion, the clean energy of the future. Instead of splitting atoms, fusion squishes them together like the sun. It's cleaner, safer, and has zero radioactive waste. Basically, it's nuclear power, without the mess. Scientists are still working on it, but if we crack it, we could have unlimited clean energy. And that's nuclear power. From splitting atoms, making steam, storing radioactive leftovers, and dreaming of a cleaner future. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe. And don't pull all the control rods out.